Hello, ahoy, welcome. This is part 1 in an intended to be large guide that covers most if not all of GTA Online. As a long-time player of GTA Online, I feel that I have enough time and experience to offer it to those that are interested. These days when I play GTA Online, I see a large amount of players either complain that the game is too hard, it's too hard to make money, despite it being easier now than it ever was, they get killed too easily, or just other general knowledgeless about how the game and its mechanics work. Part 1 will be in creating your character and levelling your character skills. Levelling your skills. If you've played an MMORPG or just a regular RPG, then you already know the importance of levelling your skills. However, if you are uncertain as to the benefits of levelling your skills, then hopefully this guide will persuade you and tell you, in my opinion, the best way to level them. I believe that you should level most of your character skills as soon as you start the game. This will give you an advantage over the players of the same level and potentially higher levels as well, as you'll receive such benefits as being able to take more damage, reload faster, shoot with a higher accuracy and run indefinitely. The list of skills are stamina, shooting, strength, stealth, flying, driving and lung capacity. Stamina allows you to run, swim and cycle faster for longer. Once you reach 100% in your stamina skill, then you'll be able to run indefinitely without any negative health reducing effects. An incredibly useful skill to max out, which you can get purely from running. Shooting improves how you handle the wide range of weapons, from reducing recoil and reload times, and allows you to carry more ammo on your person, up to 9,999 rounds. Strength is of course your physical power, how hard you hit and how hard you can be hit. How much damage you do in melee combat, how fast you can climb ladders, and how much damage you can take. Stealth. This isn't a very useful skill. I'd even go so far as to say that the skill isn't mandatory and can be completely ignored if you so wish. There's a total of 3 mandatory stealth missions, and every other mission that involves stealth can be done loud. Unless you plan on primarily playing death matches, you can skip this for now if you so choose. Flying, as should be obvious by the name, is how easy it is to fly, how easy it is to control the aircraft in the air and all the other facets of flying. I also believe that a higher skill level is needed to properly fly some of the military jets in the game, specifically the laser. Driving is how well you are able to handle control of your car whilst on the road and in the air. This skill will increase naturally as you drive around, but driving fast and dangerous without crashing will cause this skill to increase naturally as it mirrors your own. Now then, once you've gotten to the character creator, you'll be given a few options to design the look of your character. I won't be covering these because it's all down to personal preference and you don't need me to tell you how to look good. However, once you've chosen your family, your gender and the state of your face, you'll be taken to the skills screen. You can assign a limited number of points into your character at the start of the game. I recommend putting most of your starting points into stamina, strength and flying. Once you've entered the game, you'll be given an option to do the tutorial. I strongly recommend that you do it. It'll give you a very basic understanding of how the game works and it will let you start off with some spending money. You'll enter into the world of GTA Online, meet Lamar, watch a cutscene, compete in a race, get a package of drugs back to your new associate Gerald, and then be told to buy some new clothes. Now throughout this guide I'll be advising you on the best ways to spend your money for your sake. I strongly advise buying the cheapest item you can find, usually some glasses or some other accessory. After this, you'll learn how to rob a store and finally get yourself your own personal vehicle. Which at this time doesn't really matter what the personal vehicle is, however I would suggest getting a bike as that gives you a health regen. You'll be thrown into a last team standing, a deathmatch game mode where you only have 1 life. After this you're completely free to do with as you please. At this point I recommend that you start by getting your skills up as soon as possible, starting first with shooting. Now you can get this naturally over time by getting headshots and killing enemies. However, if you would prefer to shoot at targets that won't shoot back, you can go to the local gun range. There are 2 in the game, the big ammunition outside of Simeon's car dealership and another one closer to the docks. Start the mission and make sure that you invite somebody to face off against, otherwise your shooting skill won't increase. After a few rounds at the shooting range, you'll have maxed out your shooting skill. The next skill you want to focus on is stamina and strength. Luckily, you can get both of them to level up at roughly the same time by running around the streets and looking for people to punch. Punching NPCs works the best for this, due to the fact that they won't really fight back. After this has been done, you'll only have flying and driving to worry about upgrading. Driving will come naturally, and we'll get to the flying at a later date. At this point, you'll receive an email with the subject Treasure Hunt. You'll have to get to a location on the map using the photo you got sent. Once you've found this location, you'll be given 3 static locations, and once you've been to all 3 locations, you'll unlock the double action revolver. Getting 50 headshots against other players or NPC enemies, you'll get a relatively large amount of cash, 250,000. At this point in the game, I suggest that you save that money in your bank, either by using your phone or an ATM machine. We will be able to spend that money later on some important items. Right now, the only purchase I suggest that you make is the bullpup rifle from Ammunition for 14,500, along with the attachments if you so choose. I'd recommend getting the scope, the extended mag, the grip, and whilst not entirely needed right now, the suppressor for a total cost of $25,575. This will be the end of the introduction section for now.